going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of What Are We Missing? We got Jordan Briggs here from Muskegon. So I first saw Jordan play. I think you were like seventh grade, bro.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, playing for the Grampus Phoenix. And fast forward, now you're a junior, right?
Yep, a junior.
Junior in high school now. So it's crazy how fast stuff goes. We were just talking about that off camera, but yeah, man, can't wait to get into this interview. How are you doing though?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. I'm excited to catch up with you, man, and kind of talk about your season and really just excited for you to kind of share your story for our viewers and listeners. So, first of all, how's the season going? You said you're 8-0. How's stuff going for you?
The season has been going good to start off. We've won 8 games. We have a few big wins. I think we've won all our games by double digits so far.
Damn.
Yeah, things have just been going good for us. We're really bonding well. We have great chemistry. And we have a good team this year. A lot of peace.
Bro. That's what's up. So 8-0. Did you guys, or did you personally feel like, did you expect this? Going like before the season, like, yeah, we're about to be nice, or is this ride kind of a surprise to you?
Yeah, we expected it. We put in a lot of work over the off season, the summer, fall, because last year we pretty much had not so good season. So we put in so much work over the off season to prevent that from happening this year.
Yeah,
and we've just been grinding, and it's starting to pay off.
That's amazing, bro. So yeah, talk about that off-season work, man. What did that look like for you individually, and what did it look like for you guys as a team?
Ooh, it was a grind. Waking up at like 8 a.m, coming in team practice. Then after that, weightlifting from like 10 to 12. Then getting shots up after that. Then after that, you go home. Then for me, after that, I'll go home, get some food. Then I would go back later in the day and work on. I would just work out until I felt I wanted to go home because we had free gym time pretty much the whole team.
Man, that's amazing. So obviously, I was a hooper too growing up, and there was work that I put into. There were some days where I didn't feel like getting out of bed, or I didn't feel like putting in that work. So I know there's some days like that for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning when you're sore, you're tired, you just don't feel like doing it?
You always have to remember that when you're not working, somebody else is. So if you're not getting out to bed, they're out there working, and you want to never get too complacent and fall behind.
Exactly.
You never want that to happen.
Exactly.
So on those type of days, you just have to think like, do I really want this? Like, do I really want to go far with this? In those days, that's when you get out and you still have to work.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And yeah, I heard someone say, like, when you're only doing work when you feel like it, you're not going to get any better. So, yeah, there's going to be, most of the time, you're probably feeling tired and feeling sore. You just want to stay in bed, watch TV, whatever. But yeah, you got to sacrifice. Sacrifice would be great. So that's dope, man. That's real dope. So let's take it back a little bit. I want to learn about, your upbringing, your family, just your family life, and maybe your siblings. Do you have any siblings? How was it growing up in your house?
Yeah, I have 3 siblings. I have 3 brothers, 1 sister. My immediate family, though, is my 2 brothers, my older brother Jalen and my younger brother MJ.
Okay.
It's kind of weird being the middle child because me and my oldest brother relationship is different than me and my youngest brother.
Okay.
Because me and my older brother, we would fight a lot.
Yeah.
We would just, how boys are. Like,
right.
We had a 5-year difference. So yeah, we would fight a lot, but we still love each other. We would go out and play a lot of stuff like that. But me and my young brother, that's more like, it's like my little bro. He's like, we play the game a lot together. We like go out, shoot hoops, play football back and forth. We have a really close time.
Yeah.
But our mom and dad really sacrificed for us with a lot of things, like traveling, making sure we had food, clothes, all type of stuff. everything. And we're just so appreciative of that. They really did a lot for us, especially with like AAU and all type of things.
Yeah.
So we just want to repay them.
Man, that's amazing, bro. And it's been a while, but I've seen your mom in action watching your games, and yeah, I could tell she loved you. So
Definitely.
I follow her on Twitter too. So she's she's very active. So yeah, super dope. So how much younger is your little brother than you, and how much older is your brother, other brother than you?
My older brother is 5 years older than me, and my younger brother is 7 years younger than me.
Oh, okay. Dang, that's some distance right there.
Quite a gap, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I have an older brother too that's like 3-4 years older than me. So I get the kind of sibling rivalry and fighting with your brother and hooping and playing sports and all that stuff. So yeah, we went through all that. So speaking of sports though, what kind of got you into basketball and sports in general?
I started off more of on the football side. Like I started loving football when I was about 2 years old. It's crazy because I would like run around the house with a helmet on. Like I had an imaginary coach. I would sleep in my helmet. I really love football. And I really started playing at about age 4. My mom and dad put me in that. I was the youngest, so I didn't really play much, but it was fun. I just loved the sport. And then got into basketball about a year after that. And I love that since I started it too. I was just working, putting in work at the YMCA with my uncle and my dad and my brother. And they really put the ball in my hands, but they didn't force me to. They gave me a choice, and that's what I liked about it. Like, I had a choice, and I grew a love for it myself.
That's key right there, man. A lot of parents are living vicariously through their kids and not really giving them that choice. But I'm glad you were given the choice, and that love is actually natural and not forced. So I love that, man. Have you always been in Muskegon?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Muskegon.
Okay. So obviously to the public, I think Muskegon is more of a football school. So what are you doing or how is it, I guess, playing basketball? And are you trying to make Muskegon like a basketball school? So what's that like for you?
Our football program is definitely dominant. Like they win a lot. So on the basketball side of things, we're just trying to show people like that we're really good too, and we're really good at both sports.
Right.
And we're just trying to show like that we really can do it just like them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would argue too, at least recently. I mean, y'all have been putting in work, on the basketball side too. It's kind of unheard of, that run with Deshaun and Dede back to back Mr. Basketballs. Like, I can't remember last time one school has done that. If anybody knows, let me know. But that's rare right there. So, so how old are you? Yeah, how old were you when they were coming up?
I was about 6 or 7 when they were in high school.
Okay.
But I would always go to the games. It would be packed, full. Yeah. They throwing alley-oops. I'm just like, it's crazy. I want to be in that situation one day.
Yeah. Was that the group that kind of got you excited about just like playing ball for the Big Reds one day?
Yeah, definitely. It was very exciting just watching them play and just seeing how fun it was for them, and seeing them go 28-0 to win a state championship. I was like, I want to do that one day.
Yeah.
And that kind of shaped me into how I am today.
I want to be that. Absolutely. And I think y'all got a good shot. I saw you're 8-0, and then I saw you guys are in the top 10, right? Division 1. I think I saw that.
Yeah. I think we're number 5 Division 1.
Okay. So that's what's up, man. I think you guys are on your way to make some noise in the playoffs. So you say you started hooping around 5-6 years old. When did you realize yourself that, man, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at ball.
I would say like my 7th grade year, like that summer, that's really when I started like to travel a lot with AAU with the Phoenix, and I started killing basically. I remember one tournament I averaged like 24 points in Ohio against some really good teams, and I ended up taking MVP, and I was like, I could really be good with this.
Yeah.
But I would say when I realized I could play college basketball was about my freshman year, just playing JV my freshman year and seeing like how good I was doing. And like I realized I could really be good, and learning from guys like Jarvis Walker and Vern Nash, they really taught me a lot. Those were like our big brothers. They took us under their wing. So I learned a lot from during that time when they're there.
That's good, man. Yeah. You had some good players, solid players. I've seen Jarvis play a couple times, and definitely a solid player. What would you say is the best thing that you learned from Jarvis?
Just staying focused and putting in work. Like his work ethic is crazy. He's always in the gym working 24/7. And I walk in the gym when I was there, seeing him just working in a full sweat, and like it shows like he's really putting in the work. And in the game, it showed how good he was.
Right.
He really taught me like you have to work to be good, and it's not just gonna come.
Yeah, that's great, man. Do these guys come back like in the summertime to hoop with y'all?
Yeah, they come back all the time, like every break they can. Even the football guys like Cam Martinez, the guys that playing football that once played basketball, they always come back like summer. They were just here winter break, not Christmas break. Yeah, Christmas break. They whole squad, they came back, everybody. So we had to play against them. You know, we won, of course, but yeah, they come back all the time to show love.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. And that's what you call like not just a program, but a community for you guys to have access to guys like that. A football player is playing at Ohio State, you know, on national TV every day, and other players that are playing at the college level, and you're learning from those guys. And I think that goes a long way for you guys that are current players at Muskegon. So that's super dope, man. I love it. Have you heard of Callistus Izuku, Bean?
Mm-mm.
You ever heard of Bean? All right, so Bean went to Muskegon. He went to Muskegon. I think he graduated like I want to say 02 or 03, but he played at Grand Valley with my brother. So he was All-American at Grand Valley. He was about 6'10". So yeah, he was nice, bro. So yeah, look him up, man.
I think I know who you're talking about now. Grand Valley.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, he was number 0.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all African dude. Yeah. So that's the first guy I remember from Muskegon. That was like a big standout. So yeah, Bean, man. Good guy too. So let's go back to, you mentioned the Grand Rapids Phoenix a little bit. So that was your first AAU team, right?
No, I actually played on the team called the Muskegon Magic from like 2nd to 5th grade.
Got it. Yeah.
That was more of like a local team though. It was actually our group we had a YMCA team, and we were really good. Like we were just killing everybody. So our coach was like, we can go play tournaments, and we started AAU team. I believe, a first season, I was in the 2nd grade playing with 3rd and 4th graders, and that's when we started going to like Grand Rapids and Lansing and doing tournaments like that. But the Phoenix was like the first team where we really like went far, like out of state, and played against high level competition. And that was like the first team.
Got you. So you guys won a lot of games together, and I've seen a good amount. What did playing for that team teach you as far as like the coaches and the other players that are great players still today?
Yeah, it taught me like there's a lot of people out there just like you that can do a lot of things that you can do. So you have to find something that separates you, that's going to get you on the court and give you playing time. Because some nights there's going to be players that's on your team that's out scoring 20, and your coach doesn't need that from you at the time. So you have to find something to keep you out there, like if it's diving on the floor for loose balls, playing defense against the best player, grabbing rebounds, making an extra pass, just whatever that is to win, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. The first time I saw you guys, it wasn't even a tournament; it was a practice. Y'all were practicing out of here in Kentwood, at Crestwood Middle School.
Mhm.
Fat's dad, Eric, was basically running the practice. I don't even think y'all touched the ball like for like an hour when I was there. Y'all just kept running, bro, running suicides. And was every practice like that?
Yeah, we were definitely in shape.
Yeah.
We did a lot of running
Mm,
before and after practice, but
mm,
we kind of had to do that because we were a smaller team. We didn't have
yeah.
a lot of height going out
Mm,
against those 6'8" taller players. We had to have something
right.
to help us win. So we had to be scrappy, fast.
Yeah.
We had to go up and down at a fast pace. So
Mm,
we had to be in shape. We
yeah,
did a
for
lot of
sure. No doubt. What kind of battles did you and Fat have in practice? I imagine y'all two were always going at it, being, the point guards on the squad.
We had a lot of battles, definitely. Every drill, every practice, every time we stepped on the court, like we were going at it at each other. We were trying to get the best out of each other, basically. Like we just wanted, because we knew if we worked hard and practiced hard against each other, then nobody was going to guard us how we guarded each other. So
Yeah.
that made it easier for us, like when we went out and played against other teams. So we just pushed each other a lot in every drill.
Yeah.
And that was just
Yeah.
with the whole team. We all pushed each other. We had a real strong bond. We were like a brotherhood.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, yeah, and it's no mistake that, the majority of the players from that team, you guys are all like standout players on your respective school teams. And I've been keeping tabs on all y'all since those days. Yeah, I just love seeing the success that you guys are having individually and on your team. So I love it. So let's fast forward to now. So Coach Guy, when I was in high school, he was at Muskegon Heights. Now with you guys at Muskegon, what is it like playing for him, and how has he made you a better player?
It's great playing for Coach Guy. He's a great coach. He has so much knowledge of the game,
Mm,
and he's just gonna always try to get the best out of you. He's like, if he sees you slacking or if he sees you not putting in the work, he's gonna let you know for sure.
yeah,
And he's gonna find ways to correct it. And he just puts in so much work for us. If that's talking to coaches or watching film, staying up late, doing the scouting report for us, he's working just as hard as we are.
yeah,
And but it's not one sided. Like if you're doing good, he's gonna let you know you're doing good also.
right.
So he lets you know when you're doing good and bad, what you need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
That's important, man. Um, Having that balance, having both sides. Because I've played for coaches that just point out the bad to that make you feel like, dang, am I any good? Like, what's going on? I've also played for coaches that were yellers and screamers pointing out the bad and didn't want to have a relationship with you. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah.
What's that like with Coach Guy, like outside of basketball? Is he a coach that, you know, wants to, get to know you as a person? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, he wants to get to know us as a person, like off the
Mhm.
court. We text often. We
Yeah.
do a lot of things as a team, but we know he yells a lot and screams, but we know to take the message and not the tone. He always
Right.
says that because we know
Yeah.
he loves us all at the end of the day and he just
Yeah.
wants the best for us. So
That's
yeah,
good.
we often have to just we sometimes it gets to you because
Yeah. Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
he's yelling, but we know
Yeah.
he only
For
wants
sure.
to tell us what's right.
Yeah. And it's coming from a good place. I know it
Mm-hmm.
is. Um, yeah, when you have that relationship, that bond with your players and vice versa, like you, I'm sure you watch Michigan State basketball, how Tom Izzo be going at his players. It's a family. Like I'm sure you've had heated arguments with your brothers or your mom, whatever. That's what happens in a family. But when the relationship is there, you can always circle back and be like, oh man, I was out of pocket there, my bad. Like, what I meant by that.
Yeah,
So when the relationship isn't there, that's when the problem starts, really, to
sure.
me. So but that's amazing to hear that he cares about you guys off the court. I think that's ultimately what makes a really good coach, man. So good stuff, bro. So talking more about your game, seeing you play. I love like I've always thought obviously your handles is, on point. Always loved your float game. But like what sets you apart from maybe other point guards out there?
I think it's my unselfishness and just my will to win because some nights we have a really good team. So some nights I don't need to come out and score 20. Like somebody else can have it going and I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I'll feed them, get them open shots, get them going. I want to see my teammates doing well too. So if I come out with like 7 or 8 points and we get the win and my teammate had like 20, 15, I'm happy with that. Like, that's just, I'm very unselfish when it comes to that. And
for sure,
I just want to win.
Yeah. And that's what you need out of your point guard, that unselfishness and just wins. And I think that college coaches, value that a lot, man. So speaking of college coaches, how is the recruiting scene going for you right now?
Recruiting has been good. I picked up a few offers over the spring last year and the summer. I've been talking to a few coaches since then, receiving mail, just talking to them, building a relationship. Because at the end of the day, when it's time to commit, like you don't want to commit anywhere where you're not comfortable. Right. For me, it's all about fit and relationship. Like I don't want to go anywhere where I don't trust the coach. Like and I want them to trust me too. So you have to talk to them and just talk to them a few times whenever you can. And keep in touch. But with the season going on, like it's not as often as it was in the summer, but still try to do it a few times.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm sure to pick back up here in the spring and summer. So you got guys coming back, recent graduates from Muskegon hooping with you guys in the summertime. You got Coach Guy who sent players to college. So I'm sure you received some good advice about, what to do in the recruiting process. So what has been some of the best advice that you've heard on how to handle this whole thing?
I often get told like, just go where you're wanted just as much as you want to be there. Like a lot of people get caught up in like a lot of kids' goal is to go D1, but that's not always the best fit. Like there's only so many D1 scholarships that can go out. So
right.
You just have to go where you're wanted. Like all about fit and relationship. And I want to go to a place that's like home for me. So I'm often told like that's where that's what my focus needs to be, not D1 or D2 or D3, nothing like that.
Yep. Man, I feel that 100%, man. So I played at Jenison High School. I played at Grand Valley. And ultimately that was a school I wanted to go to, but I believed in that stigma, like, man, D1, D2 is the lowest. If any D3 school or NAIA school, comes to talk to me, I'm not really gonna pay them any mind. I should have listened to every school that sent me a letter or came to my games, and really gave them an actual chance. So if I would have went back, I would have kind of changed that. So Cornerstone was at all of my games, like, bro, all of my games, and waited for me after I, showered and got out the locker room just to talk to me for a couple minutes. I should have just seen that. I should have realized that. Like if they're at all my games and they're waiting for me to talk to me, they clearly really want me and value me. So anyway, they ended up winning the national championship while I was in college. So I was like, dang, if I would have went there, I would have won a national title. Who knows? My career would have been, way different. So I enjoyed my time at Grand Valley, but players out there, I just look at just notice the things that coaches do when they show that they care about you. You know what I mean? So yeah. That part of this show, bro, is like me, my boy Josh, he's not here today, but we kind of talk about our biggest regrets coming up as we're playing basketball. And we want players like you to kind of learn from our mistakes, and we want our listeners to learn from our mistakes too. So I always look back and I just like kind of kick myself on some stuff, but sounds like you got your head on straight, and you're looking for what the best fit is for you. So that's good stuff, man. Last question about really basketball, at least on the physical side, because I want to talk about the mental side before we head out. Coming up on the circuit or in high school, like school ball, who has been maybe some of the toughest players that you faced, or players that like, man, he is so tough to guard?
I would probably say Elijah Fisher for sure.
Okay.
We played him in like 8th grade, I believe, and he was just coming through tomahawk dunking, windmilling.
Yeah.
We were like, we just looking like, what coach, what you want us to do? Like, he was out there like a grown man. Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
But we ended up staying in the game, but he was really tough to guard.
Right. Yeah, at such a young age, being on the AAU circuit and experiencing, so many great players, what did that do for you internally as you like went back home and you're just like, man, there's some talent out there?
It showed me I really had to work. Like, like there's people out there that are much taller, much more athletic than you. So you have to find something that separates you from them.
Yeah.
Like that'll keep you going and get you noticed. Like, because people out there are really good. So
yeah,
you have to really work.
That is absolutely true, bro. Yeah, I was around your age. I was probably like 7th, 8th grade when I started really traveling and going to different states. Then I started seeing, man, like high school. I'm 5'11". I play point guard as well. I'm playing against point guards like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". I'm like, dude, like what? Yeah, like you said, I gotta find something else. I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the most athletic. So I felt like, all right, my jumper's got to be extremely wet, and I have to find a way just to be really crafty and find myself getting in the paint and making my teammates better. So yeah, just seeing that all that talent, bro, is just, yeah, it's eye-opening for sure. It makes you want to work harder when you go back home. And unfortunately, not a lot of players get that exposure or get that experience. So they're not able to really see that. So I'm glad you're able to see that at such a young age. And yeah. So what do you think motivates you the most?
Just my will to, like, I know someday I'm going to have to repay my mom and dad for so much that they've done for me, whether it's traveling, because we've did a lot of traveling. They put a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
And they always sacrifice for me. So one day I want to be able to repay them for that. And that's what motivates me, like, every day to keep going, keep working, just keep going, basically. Because they've did so much for me.
Absolutely, bro. I can definitely relate. I think that obviously they would love to see you like go pro and like buy them a car, buy them a house or whatever. But the fact that you are doing what you got to do in the classroom, on the court, and you're just being successful and flourishing, that right there is, I'm sure they're just like, man, this is totally worth it. I'm proud. And when you make it to college, it'll probably be the same thing. You get a degree, it'll be the same thing. So just keep doing what you're doing. Every like good decision that you make, it makes their sacrifice worth it. I say that because my parents kind of told me the same thing. Because I didn't make it to play pro, because I kind of wanted to do the same thing. And I was kind of upset about it, that my career didn't go that way. But my mom is like, you have a college degree, you got a good job, you have your head on straight. All that sacrifice we put in or we made for you, totally worth it. So yeah, man. So keep doing what you're doing, bro, and keep making your parents proud. So yeah, I love what you're doing. So
Appreciate it.
I want to talk about something that's not really talked about a lot. So the mental side of the game. Do you do anything mentally to prepare for like games and practices? If so, what do you do?
I like to listen to a lot of music just to get my mind right, get me focused. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not getting any messages or I'm not getting anything on social media that can distract me or have me off my game or just think about anything else that'll have me not ready for the game.
Right.
And I like to take some time to myself to just go over the game plan, think about the game, think about what I'm gonna have to do. I watch a little film on the opponent, just to stay ahead of it and stay ready.
That's good, bro. So music, what kind of music do you typically listen
to? Right now, I've been listening to the Gunna album, but I like Little Baby, I like a little Drake.
Okay.
I like some NBA Youngboy. Not so much right now, but more of like 2017, 2018. That's when I really like.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm listening to right now.
Yeah. And that's what you listen to before the game?
Yeah, I have a lot of people on my playlist. I just listen to all types of music.
Yeah. Do you ever have like before games, do you ever have like maybe a different mood where you gotta maybe you're just like too hype and maybe you gotta listen to something more mellow, or you're just like, man, I'm not feeling it right now, where you gotta listen to something that like will get you hype?
Yeah, definitely. There's some times when like for some reason you just aren't feeling ready or aren't feeling it. So you need something to turn you up, or if you're too hype, you need something to like calm you down.
Yeah.
So sometimes I listen to more chill music just to keep me calm and relaxed and stuff like that. But on those days when like I'm not hype enough as I feel I should be, I'll definitely listen to some turned up music to get me going. Get me going.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good to kind of have that balance. So I'm reading this book right now by Kobe. It's called Mama Mentality, which is really good. One thing that stood out to me when he talked about was he listened to his body and his mind like before each game. So kind of like you said, if he's just too jacked, then he'll listen to some like smooth jazz or something that'll kind of mellow him out. If he doesn't have a lot of energy, he'll pick it up and listen to some hype music. Or he said a lot of times he would have his headphones in and not listen to any music and just like zone out. He said he did it so nobody would like come up him and talk to him, which is I think it's funny, but knowing Kobe and the type of player he was, obviously it worked for him. So that's good, man. So what kind of things does Coach Guy talk about if he touches on anything when it comes to like the mental side of the game?
He tells us all the time, like, you can't feel sorry for yourself. Like, if you miss a few shots or you turn the ball over and get to thinking about it and getting in your head, like, it's not going to get any better for you. Yeah. You're just going to miss the next shot, turn it over again. So you have to stay positive, because most of the time, if you're positive, things will get better for you.
Right.
If you keep a positive attitude and cheer on your teammates and stay clapping and happy for them and just stay ready when your name is called, pretty much, then things will get better for you.
Yeah, no doubt. Because you're going to miss shots. You're going to turn the ball over. It's all inevitable. I think the greatest ones that have played the game have found a way to just move on and keep playing. So that's good that he preaches that. So I know you've probably been in a shooting slump before, some type of slump where you just haven't been playing well for a few games. What do you typically do to get yourself out of that?
For me, I just like to shoot myself out of it, like not in game, but like out of like in practice or working out, I like to get a lot of shots up on the gun just so I can find my rhythm back and get back to myself. But mentally, I like to try to not to think about it, stay positive, because it's gonna happen to everyone. So it's not a matter of like, it's a matter of getting out of it, not thinking about it too much. And I like to, just put in a lot of work, to get back to shooting better and doing me.
Yeah, right. It's something about just kind of seeing that the ball going to the hoop gives you that confidence. So that's good, man. My senior year, I was in the shooting slump for a couple games, and I remember this. It was on Christmas break. We played against Rockford. I went in to the gym that morning, and I was just shooting for like hours. And that was a mistake, bro, because I went into the game just exhausted. Like, I probably shot, I don't know, probably made a couple hundred shots. I was shooting for a couple hours, but I had no legs going into that game. We ended up losing it. So, but yeah, I kind of had that same process, just getting into the gym until I kind of broke that mental block. So that's good stuff, man. Man, good interview, man. Really good interview. So the last thing that I want to talk about really is, we call this quick hitters. So it's just fun questions that kind of get you thinking, for the listeners to kind of get to know you as well. So the first one is, who is your favorite NBA player, like, of all time?
Allen Iverson.
AI? Okay. Why you say that?
Small guard, killer, fear nobody. He was just out to kill, and I love that.
Yeah. So you're pretty young. How did you get exposed to AI?
My uncle pretty much told me about him. Told me start watching games about him, and I just really grew a liking for him. Just watching him, seeing how he did things, and he wasn't scared of anybody. He really going for heads.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm sure you watch him. Is there anybody else that you watch to kind of model your game after?
I like Kyrie right now. I also like Darius Garland for Cleveland. I like him too.
He's coming, bro.
Yeah.
He's coming for sure. Cool. How about your favorite shooter hooping?
Favorite shoe? I have a couple. I like Katie's, Kyrie's, Giannis's, but my favorite, I would probably have to say the Kyrie's.
Okay.
Those are the most comfortable for me. I like those.
Yeah. I have a pair of Kyrie's too. They're perfect for like guards. So yeah, I would have to agree with the Kyrie's. All right, here's a fun question. So you pull up to the park, running fives. You got a game for 10 stacks. Who's 4 other players that you're bringing with you? So like, not NBA players, it's people that you play with around the way.
I'm gonna bring my guy Anthony Sidnor for sure.
Yeah.
Ethan Hill, need a big.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring Jarvis Walker.
Okay.
Need him. And I'm gonna go with Deshaun Thrower.
Okay. All right. Need some NBA range shooting.
Yep.
Man, first time I seen him play, I'm like, who gives him the green light like this? Like, my man was 2 steps inside half court, but he was making them though. So yeah.
He really works on it. Yeah. He's a real gym rat.
I believe it, man. So that's a good squad though. That's a good squad. All right, last question for you is, who needs to be on this show next? And your answer, you have to help us with that.
Okay. I think Anthony Sidnor, or you already had KK on here, right?
Yep.
Well, Fat.
All right, yeah, he's on our list for sure. We'll get him on here. Soon. Cool, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your time. Spending with me, man. So good luck to you on the rest of the season. I'll be keeping tabs. Do you guys play in the Grand Rapids area soon?
February 5th, we play in the classic, the big classic. We play Ferndale at
Okay.
Corners,
That's so. What time do y'all play?
8:45. We're the last
To the
game.
last game. All right. So
Yeah.
8:45. Make sure you guys check out Jordan Briggs and Muskegon playing against Ferndale. They're I think they're ranked too, ain't they? They're pretty highly ranked.
They're like 7th in the state, I think.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be a big game. So they got the primetime game. So make sure y'all check them out at Cornerstone on February 5th. Hey bro, thanks again, man. I appreciate you spending some time with me. For real though. So good luck to you, bro, and the rest of the Muskegon Big Reds. Tell Coach Guy I said what's up. And yeah, we'll be watching, bro.
Thank you.
All right, man. That's another episode of What Are We Missing? Make sure y'all continue to follow us on YouTube. We are also on Apple and we're on Spotify as well. So check us out. Give us a like, comment, whatever. Share it out. We'll talk to y'all next. Peace.